APRI, it's really a sympathy trade, but it's starting to build a little bit of range here. So if it gets some volume through this range, maybe a long setup. Belt, same thing. So let's see. This is a wheat stock. I'm just tracking. Preferably goes sideways for another few days. But if it starts perking with volume here, maybe a long setup. I was actually almost filled here on this day. Had a really good breakout. But I didn't get filled. I was a few pennies from getting filled. I didn't want to chase it, so I was sitting on a bid. But yeah, missed this one. A little bit annoyed because it made a huge move. I did short it here on the opening range lows. It went down like almost 50% in 2 sessions, so that was a good trade. But yeah, now it looks like it may be setting up again, but preferably it goes sideways for a few more days. It's not really ready yet. ACBFF, another wheat stock, deeper care on volume. I'm thinking about buying it today. I haven't really decided yet. Uranium stock, starting to set up, starting to look very good on a 60-minute. Same thing with UEC. This one looks even better. These things can go. Uranium has been hot for about a month now. Also, URRE is another one. They had an offering. So I'm not really sure about this one. Maybe a bit of overhang. It's another uranium name. Looks really good on the 60-minute. Higher lows has a range here at 365-ish. So yeah, this thing could have another leg up. Can make a big move. MGM also, this move started with a Seeking Alpha article. Now it's just going sideways, building a flag. Also, very interesting name. Another gold name, LA Biotech, just going sideways. FNMA, I'm just tracking it. It needs to set up another few days. Asia and Twilio, 2 recent IPOs that had big runs earlier this year. It looks like they have been bottoming now, but they are probably not ready yet. But I'll track them because in a few days, they may break out and make some nice moves into earnings. I think they both have earnings in a couple of weeks, so they may make big moves. This one doesn't look that good. I'm just tracking. This is kind of a long setup. So like on the long side, you have a big move, a sideways action, and then you get these moving averages that catch up. Well, usually when they catch up, these things can, when they break out of that formation, can make really big moves. Cheetah PH, not really ready yet. A recent IPO, I'm just tracking it. I always track recent IPOs because, especially with good short patterns, because these things can really go, and technical analysis works very well on recent IPOs. Pola, another thing, if it perks with volume, could be a swing start. I actually bought it here on this day here, but didn't have any follow through, so I took actually pretty decent loss on it. Not that I had an enormous amount of size or anything, but I had too much size in relation to the volume, so I had huge slippage here. I think, I had an automated stop loss at 950. I think I got filled at like low 9s or something. It was just ridiculous. So stupid. Never do. I think I had like 4,000 shares, and this thing, I wanted to do more, but it's a very thin stock. Traded there's like 100, 200,000 shares on average. Many days, only 50,000 shares. So this one looks pretty good. And again, 50 days has almost caught up with the price. May go. This is another recent IPO. It's flagging here, higher lows on the 60-minute. It may go. The 50 days catching up. Blue may if it breaks out, may be a good setup. Nano, yeah, again, maybe. Sino, this one actually, I'm gonna set a note on this one later. PMD, super thin stock. Actually, I'm gonna remove it later. This is too thin for me. Golf, recent IPO. It breaks this range here with volume. Could have some follow through. Coop, another bottoming recent IPO. Had a big move here. I didn't trade it. I should have. I saw this breakout. As you can see, I had a little arrow here. Put it here for tracking purposes. And, had some really good follow through. CRK, still going sideways. Another recent IPO. This is a biotech that's actually holding up very well. Biotechs have been very weak the past couple of weeks, and this is one of the few that's holding up. So, it's a biotech stock going down or start going sideways or even start going up, this thing can have a big move. 50 days almost caught up with the price, and this is exactly what I want to see, these kind of setups. Again, an oil gas name probably needs more time. Another one is just resting on a 50-day. You know, these things are not going to do anything unless these oil names as a whole group break out. As you can see, this one broke down out of this range today, but this one is holding up. Cheap bro. Nah, I don't know. If it has huge volume on a breakout, I may do it. Again, just tracking this one. Another shipper. DNR, again, oil name just needs to break out with a group. CRC does not look good. WTI, it feels a bit extended. I'll remove it. LGCY, I'm just gonna set an alert for the range break here. I don't need to look at it every day. Oh, by the way, I was gonna tell the story about NK. So they're sitting on huge gold reserves in Alaska, and what happened is, you know, the Obama administration, they were very environmentally protective. So these guys didn't get the mining permits for the reserves. So it's just been going down. They've just been bleeding cash and whatnot. And now, you know, since Trump got elected, and you know, Trump, he doesn't give a shit about the environment. So the market is really anticipating that they may get the permits to get their gold and silver out, because they're really sitting on huge reserves. And if they get those permits through, I mean, this thing can go back to 10, 15, 20 bucks. But again, on the short term, it's very extended. This thing will pull back. It probably needs to go up a couple more bucks again. I'm really excited about this one because it can be a really big trade if it sets up right. So you don't get these ones very often. And it's pretty liquid too, even though it's low price, it can do a lot of size. So that's something I'm very interested in. This Momo, all Chinese stocks, nice high volume breakouts. This Momo, I almost bought it, but I don't know, I hesitated and then it went higher and I didn't want to chase it. But it looks really good. You have a tight flag, recent momentum name. You know, this thing can make nice moves, can very easily go back to 26, 27 bucks. U-Haul, this was nice. Flag, tight consolidation, and relatively high volume breakout. NGVT, recent IPO, didn't really have any volume. Bounced on the 50-day, you know, long, smooth, nice, clean uptrend. This is exactly what I want to see on the long setups, and then a bounce of moving averages like 20, 50 are the ones that I usually trade.